and video. And I'm going to hit the little intro button in short order here. So get ready, everyone. Resume. All right, here we go. It begins in 3, 2, 1.
I'm watching Transformers. Right now, Optimus is showing a holographic depiction of Cybertron and the Decepticon capital city of Kaon, where Megatron ruled as Lord High Protector.
Super fruity.
The Morning Stream. Save it for the French.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to TMS. It's the morning stream for Wednesday, January 24th, 2024. It's a 2024 kind of 2024 day.
Lots of 24s today. Where's Jack Bauer when you need him?
Yeah, no kidding.
Ding, ding,
I missed that show. There's rumors they're coming back with some whole new thing.
Of course they are. Of course.
I would watch that.
They have to.
Why not? 24 revival. Let's see if I'm right about that, because I remember
Why does
hearing
everything bad happen to me every 59 minutes?
Yeah, this is crazy. Oh, here it is. Kiefer Sutherland on his radical 24 revival idea. It says here, if I get to do something
His
else with it.
idea.
Yeah,
Wow.
he claims it's his idea. If I get to do something with it, I would certainly jump at that, says the actor who stars in the new Paramount Plus show Rabbit Hole. There's no Thriller Hole.
Wait a minute. Wait, what?
I made that up completely. But whatever, I'd watch 24 revived. I'd do that.
I would too.
Yeah, that show was great.
My favorite, the president that I would vote for in a heartbeat was President Palmer, and
Yeah, he was good.
yeah, could we get him? Could we get him now? Like,
We were in good hands with that guy.
yeah.
Are
exactly.
you in good hands?
That's right. He's not only a president, he's a fantastic insurance pitchman.
Oh yeah, I would buy. In fact, we had. What's that? What was it? What was the
He was Allstate.
Allstate?
You're
I
good
had
hands with
Allstate. Yeah, I had Allstate for a long time. I don't anymore because it turns out the guy I was working with was skimming and ripping us off a little bit.
Oh no.
Whole story I never talked about, but don't worry, it's all good now. That guy might be in all sorts of litigation now and all
Oh
these
gosh!
problems.
Wow.
Yeah, we moved on from that. But anyway, it's good to see everybody. Hope you're all well. We're going to dive into our Wednesday business today. We got all kinds of fun stuff later, including Tom Merritt and some tech time. You're going to listen to what Nicole has to say about her recommendal. No Randy today. He's off to see a movie premiere, which is funny. The thing he's going to see premiered here at Sundance.
Oh really? Okay.
And is now, I guess, in other limited, probably mostly in LA. If I had to
I was
guess,
gonna say super limited, limited run kind of thing.
it looks cool though.
It does, yeah.
Yeah. Some
very
kind of
interesting.
World of Warcrafty thing that it's not about World of Warcraft, but it's about something to do with some relationship in there, or some.
And I think it's filmed in they created the film using machinima.
Yeah,
Is that right? Is
something
that
like
what I
that.
understood? Yeah.
Something to that effect. It looks interesting, so definitely want to
Yeah.
see that when it comes around. Maybe it'll be on the Sundance Channel.
I'm sure it will be. Yeah. Yeah. Here's when it kicks into high gear for Tina and me. We've actually only got 4 movies nominated for Best Picture that we haven't seen yet.
Are you ahead of the game compared to, say, last year?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think last year and this year we probably hit the nominations at 5 or 6.
Okay.
I think last year we were pretty close. But we also, how we also like to watch all the shorts, animated, live action, and documentary shorts before the awards too, because those, it's like, what's a good example for somebody who doesn't drink coffee? You don't drink coffee, so I can't use the espresso comparison. But yeah, okay. You know how you've got strawberries, like you grow your strawberries. I don't know if Kim grows strawberries.
We do. Last year
And
we did. Yeah.
you get the big one, and it's like, oh, this one's pretty good. It's a pretty tasty strawberry, and I know there aren't worms in it because I didn't get it at the grocery store. And then you pull off a little tiny strawberry that's already red. It's already fully matured, but you're like, you bite into that little one, and it's got as much flavor as the entire big one, all packed into one little tiny strawberry.
Yeah.
That's what those shorts are, man. It's like, it's hey, you're limited by this. Tell the best story you can, and you get that whole that whole 2-hour experience usually in like a 30-minute short, and they're usually fantastic.
Yeah,
so,
there is even long form movies I see and say that was a better short film.
that would have made a better short than a long.
Yeah. You know what movie I feel that way about is Cappy.
The Irishman?
No, or not Cappy, Chappie. The one with the robot, the Chappie robot thing.
Yeah. I would say Roma, which won the Oscar a couple of years ago, and a lot of people liked it more than I liked it. That would have been a really good short.
Yeah, that was a big hit with some people. I haven't seen
Yeah.
it, but it seemed long to me, so I didn't watch it. And it seemed depressing. I didn't want to. I wasn't in the mood for some reason.
Yeah, not so depressing, but very much just slice of life and slice of what felt like a pretty mundane life.
Yeah, make short
pretty
films.
non-memorable life.
Yeah, make short films out of that kind of stuff. Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, anyway, I got a recommendation to start things off today. And,
Cool. Let's get it. Let's hear it.
You know, Sea of Thieves. You've heard of it, the video game.
I've heard of it. Yeah, I watched a little tiny, like 5 minutes of you guys playing yesterday and said, "Oh, interesting. Okay, bye."
Yeah, it's basically a big pirate simulator. You're just, you know, driving pirate ships around the place, trying to find loot and treasure, and you're fighting skeletons that shouldn't be alive, and rival boats full of real people who want to take your stuff, take your boat down. You have cannons, you have all this stuff. It's it's been widely received as a great game. It's made by Rare, who everybody knows Rare. They made everything from Banjo-Kazooie to freaking to GoldenEye. All those games back in the day.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a fantastic game, and they just had their 5-year anniversary, so we wanted to try the new patch, which has a bunch of quality of life stuff in there. And I played that with Bo and John yesterday on stream, and I had so much freaking fun in that game. And I was a total noob in there, didn't know what I was doing. They made me drive the boat, which is probably a mistake, because it's very physics-based.
Certainly using the term drive would be the mistake.
Yeah,
yes.
steer is the more proper way of doing it. They had a hard time. I had a hard time remembering starboard was right and left was port.
Port. Yeah. Here's how you remember it. This little phrase right here. Ooh, is there any more red port wine left?
Oh.
Because then you can always remember that red, because red is port, green is starboard.
Okay.
So like if you look up and you see a plane flying overhead,
yeah,
you see the red and the green lights, the red is port, green is starboard, same on a boat. And then port is left, red is left, and
so if you have anything
you
left, you remember
port,
left. Okay, that makes sense.
Is there any more red port wine left? And that's the
John's recommendation was that port is only 4 letters, which is the same as the word left.
That's good too.
It's all right. I don't think it's as easy as yours. I think yours makes more sense.
That's what my dad taught me when we were sailing. Is just, Brian, remember, is there any more red port wine left?
And, it's not bad.
Apparently my dad was Anthony Daniels. I never told you that, but I guess it finally comes out.
Did he ever kick you and go, "To you bumbling whatever"? You'd ever do that?
You boob.
You boob.
A boob.
But yeah, we had a really good time in there, and that game really captures that essence of what we all think of as like the fantasy pirate to be. Also, the music's insane, the sound works insane, and in particular, the waves, the water in that game. I don't even know. It's next level, dude. I've never seen water like that in a video game in my life. It's so rad. Somebody find me better water. I don't think you can do it. I don't think it's possible. And it's all dynamic, so it's not just for looks. It's like the ship is moving and, going and all that. It's on Game Pass. It's on Steam. It's all cross-compatible and it's all platform agnostic, so you can play from anywhere. You play on your freaking PlayStation, your Xbox, your whatever. It's on everything. Although it may not be on PlayStation. I don't know. Now that I say that. It's a Microsoft joint, so maybe not.
Yeah, probably not yet.
Anyway, it was a lot of fun. Highly recommend it. Do it. Get 3 of your friends, or even less. 2 of you is fine. Whatever. Just get friends.
However many friends you have. I have lots of friends. Some of my friends are the best friends.
That's right. And buy a boat. You don't buy them. You just get a boat.
Taper that down, by the way, for people.
Oh, you have?
Specifically for Rainbow Bright and Genie.
Well, you don't want them. You want them on your good side. Those 2.
I do, especially Rainbow Bright. She's coming to TMS Vegas, and I promised her a hug, but I don't want her to punch me in the arm for my Trump impersonation.
I'm excited to see her. I'm excited to see Wabbit Magic for the first time.
Yeah.
He's coming.
There's a lot of newbies that.
Yeah, a bunch of old faces that we've only ever seen here. They're going to be there. Can't wait.
Can't wait to see those old faces.
Yeah. Some of these old faces on their way.
Yeah.
Brian, let's try some Kit Kats. It's been a while since we've done
Yes.
this. Do I have a food thing? I probably do somewhere. Let's see. Food. Let's play this one.
Uh-oh. Almost washed your food down.
Okay, let's see how this goes. September, a.k.a. 9 of 12, in our chat, sent Japanese, exotic-looking, weirdo flavor Kit Kats to us.
Yeah, and I think 2 of the 3 of these are Japanese. I think that this third one, the big full-size Kit Kat, is just regular, and I'd never heard of this.
Chocolate frosted donut.
Chocolate frosted donut being a thing, but
yeah, and it's all English. So
melon,
I think this is from here. I think.
Yeah, but melon, and then that looks like a hazelnut. I'm thinking.
Let's see. It does look like hazelnuts. Or wait, what's the kind of nut that you have to cook them to eat them? Is that what that is? Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I might be thinking of a bean.
Well, it could be. These could be red beans. I don't know. I mean, there's
beans.
Yeah, it's not clear.
Well, we are going
chestnut.
to.
Okay, these are chestnuts. Those are the ones you do have to cook to. That's right.
Okay. I forgot.
You have to roast them on an open fire. I hear.
Yeah, chestnuts, or is it chestnuts roasting on open fire? No, my nut. No, how's it go? There was an old version of the song we used to sing when I was a stupid teenager.
I'm sure there was. Yes.
It was something roasting on open fire. My nuts tickling at your nose.
Oh, geez.
Well, that's what Jack Frost roasting on an open fire is what we did. We just switched it around because we thought that was funny. Because you're 16.
Yeah. There you go. Right, swap them around. That's much. It's more creative than the the Batmobile lost a wheel business.
When you're 16, everything's funny. So whatever. Melon, the nuts one or this other weird one? What do you want to do?
Let's start with melon.
Okay, let's do it.
Because I have the least hope, I think.
So you've got a little melon on there. Some melon. Yeah. I don't know what melon that is. What melon is that?
That would be a cantaloupe, I'm guessing, because of this the
colors are reversed.
Usually I think it would be reversed, right? It would be that yellowish color with the green lines.
Oh, smells good.
Smells Melanie.
Woo!
Smells like Melanie.
Smells like Melanie. I should really call her. All right, let's break that open.
Right.
Snap. Okay.
Oh, that is a fine Kit Kat right there.
Ooh. You know what? Mm-hmm. Oh man, Japan, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's fantastic. Melon.
That's a
high marks, melon. Mm-hmm. High marks on the melon.
You set the bar high, melon.
That's right. Now let's compare it to the chestnut.
Chestnut, okay.
Yeah, the Christmas treat known as the chestnut. I don't know that I've ever had a chestnut, to be honest. I don't think I have.
I had them, I think for the first time I had, just regular chestnut as opposed to chestnut flavored something. Mm-hmm. We went on the Silverthorne Christmas train a few years back.
Yeah.
And there was a guy out there selling and roasting freshly roasted chestnuts. And so we took some of those, and it's like, yeah, these are all right.
Yeah.
They're weird and soft, and yeah.
Are they smoky? Are they what's the flavor comparison? Do you have
just I don't know, just like a hot peanut, basically.
Wow, I don't mind a hot peanut.
Way bigger.
Monkey Banana says they're like a sweet potato. Molly says they're like they're mealy. We'll see how they are in this form.
Glad you didn't smell it.
I mean, it just tastes like a
sweet Kit Kat.
Yeah, like a Kit Kat.
Oh, there's a nice finish to this.
Yeah, it's a little nutty on the other end. You're right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The nuts come later, but this isn't bad.
Lil Nutty is my rap name.
Yeah, the Lils, they're popular now, so get them while you can.
Lil Nutty.
I think the melon wins, but not by much. Still pretty good. Mm-hmm. Now let's
see how chocolate frosted donut.
Let's go to America, where I'm told everything's made out of wax and boogers or whatever they do.
Carnauba wax or whatever they.
Yeah, and that weird
paraffin
acidic.
I can't remember what it is.
Acidic.
This is interesting. This is actually colored like a chocolate frosted donut. See that? Like it's.
Yeah. Look at that. dark chocolate on top. That's a weird process. I wonder how they work that out. So this is what America does. We're like, what if we made it look like they were on top of each other? It still tastes like shit, but look at the stack.
It's not enough for it to taste like a thing. We're going to make it look like a thing.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
All right, here we go.
Chocolate's not as good. I mean, it's okay. But I can tell that melon, even both of those other two are made with better chocolate.
Yeah.
This is fine.
These are fine. These actually, they really just taste like a light chocolate Kit Kat, right?
Yeah, there you go. Just like a, like if you said to me, hey, this is just a Kit Kat, I would believe you. The donut part is only coming out because they're telling me it's in there.
Right.
You know, because my brain's like, well, it must taste like donut, so I guess I'm tasting donut.
Yeah, if you were to have me try that without telling me the flavor, chocolate donut would not even be among my first 10 guesses.
Well, we did it, everyone. Food time.
What's a foodie?
I could tell
There we
you.
go. Yeah, there's that sounder.
Classic. All right. So, Brian, I understand we finally got our contract for Vegas. It's in your hands. Look
We
at that.
do. Well,
Look
there
at
you go. There's what I was going to say. So, thank you.
Oh, I blew the deal. So
Yes,
that's great.
in my hands is the contract, and it's signed and sent over to the plaza.
Sweet.
And this is why I usually obfuscate my my comments in the top of the show stuff. It's like,
Well, this one was
I
very.
have something in my hands.
This one was very descriptive, so it was easy to say.
It was a little bit, yeah, I guess so.
So
yeah.
she finally replied. That's the important thing. This is good.
She replied. I mean, she's been good about replying. She just hasn't been good about getting me the contract. So, we went back and forth with a couple other changes. They mistakenly, this would make quite a few people happy, but they were giving us the ballroom for board games, all 3 days. And it's like, no, I don't think we could do that all 3 days. We we don't even have we do the welcome reception that Monday night. So, but anyway, so we got things locked down. And signed. It's back in Monique's hands, and we should have a code. And finally, I can get vivatmsvegas.com updated with the code and all that stuff, and people can start going there again for information.
Nice.
And notes about what we'll be doing all three nights. Changing things up for a couple things, so look forward to hearing more about that. But Tom Merritt is planning on it. Bill and Brittany Duran are planning on it. We're hoping for the core guys.
Yep, we're still working on that. Yeah, but we may have some guests there. Like we said, a bunch of you who have never been before are going to be there. Going to be great. Wendy will be there. My sister Wendy will be there. Her and my other sister Misha are going to come together again, and Carter's coming with us, and
Bobby and Amy, and we're hoping to wrangle Steven Schleicher. I mean, it'd be interesting if we can get every TV's Traps will be there. Bobby. I mean, we could almost get every single TMS guest on for
minus Randy and Nicole, unless they're coming. I don't think they are, but if they were.
We still have to work on Randy. I wonder if we might be able to get Randy. He's always been a maybe every year. Maybe we can get that. Maybe it turned into a yes.
He likes Vegas, so why not?
He does, and Nicole would be fantastic. We could get her as well.
Yeah. We had her a couple years ago, but we'd love to have her back. Yeah. Anyway, it's going to be good. Very excited moving forward. I got some art to show people soon on some of the swag theme that we're doing this year. So watch for that.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah,
cool.
Going to be fun. So get ready. It's coming.
Yeah.
End of April. All right, moving on. We got to get some Tadpolly Feud.
Tadfoolery. Do some Tadfoolery.
Tadpolly Feud going. But to do that, we need Dunaway, and we need one of you to call in. So if you
Necrosack in the chat room, by the way, reminds you, you're still in the Sea of Thieves Twitch channel. So as opposed to the just chatting or the
shouldn't be. That's weird. Sometimes this thing where you set it doesn't change it the way it's supposed to. That's fine. So. Hey, look, if we get some Sea of Thieves people in here, it'll never hurt.
That's right.
Like those things don't matter that much.
And this is a person you guys all need to work on. If you want to get him to Vegas, you all need to work on him. I can't do everything, people. You all need to work on Brian Dunaway and really light the fire under his butt. Right, Brian?
Right?
The fire, butt fire.
The butt fire.
Butt fire. The stress poops.
Hey, it's Brian Dunaway. I mean, of course, we'd love to see you in Vegas, but you're a busy guy. You got stuff. Whatever.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
hi.
Well,
Hi.
Oh, hi. Well, in the past, it's been kind of a combination of work schedule, money, energy.
Sure.
Just pure energy.
Pure energy.
Energy is a big, that's a biggie.
Pure energy. Yeah, no, I get it.
But yeah, I would love to go. So I've been thinking this is probably the closest mentally, and just everything lining up is a lot better this year than it has been in years past.
Oh,
I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm really trying.
You're giving me some hope, which is great.
Yeah. I can't wait to dash your hopes.
Well,
okay. All right, great.
It's going to be wonderful.
I know it can happen.
Yeah.
You would. You
well,
know it.
it's lovely having you here, and we're going to have a little game today. Now, let's see. Who has pinged me already to perhaps
You've
join
been
in? We've been punged. Oh, it looks like it's a regular. Let me pull in everyone's favorite overseas listener. Well, I don't know about favorite. There's a lot of them. Hi, welcome to the program, Janie, Jan. How do we say it? I forgot.
Jan. I think it's Jan.
Oh, Jan.
Yana?
I forget every time. Sure. Yana. Hey, what's going on?
Good.
Yeah, you doing all right? You staying out of trouble and whatever you do over there?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's great news, everyone.
Wow, that is like office casual conversation right there.
Yeah,
I get those all the time.
Yeah, sure.
How you been? Good. Yeah, working hard.
I
Hardly
blame the
working.
thief.
Yep. Over here working
right.
the copy machine, drinking the coffee, whatever. I can picture it all.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yana, it is Yana, right? Is that right?
Jan, yeah.
Jan.
Jan.
Remind us where you're from.
Finland.
Finland. Right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Great to have you. Great to have you back on the show.
I agree. Brian, explain to him how this works and what he could win.
Okay, I will. It's time to play the Tadpolly Feud. I've surveyed the Tadpool on some nerdy topics, and Scott and Brian are have to predict the answers that they gave us. It is their job to see how many of those answers they can guess. Jan, your job is more important than ever because you're going to be working with either Scott or Brian. If your team wins, you will get a prize package that includes Metal Hellsinger and Rebel Inc. Escalation.
I thought you said escalator. That's
Escalator, Rebel Escalator. It goes
I'm
sideways,
going
but not up and down.
That's right.
That's right.
Did we talk about this before? Are
It'd be
you
a great
okay?
game. You have to time it right so that you stay on the escalator without going further up or further down. That would be a great game.
I'd play that game.
Up and, have you?
And then reality hits in where you step off at the top where they got the belts that go through. The people are always stepping through.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
That would be great. All right. Yeah. Sorry. You
Jan,
say something, Scott?
I was just going to tell him that Metal Hellsinger game was developed in Finland. I think that's a Finnish developer. So
No.
you guys like their metal music.
So.
No, really? I think it is. No, not. Maybe not. Let's see. Metal Hellsinger. Hold on.
I think you gotta know.
Well,
No.
I don't want him. Oh, it's Swedish. Sorry, Swedish. I did it again. I get the
That
Swedes
was
and the
the
Finnish.
most offensive thing I've heard this week.
Yeah.
How? Why? Because you don't like you guys like the Swedes, don't you? You're okay with them. You guys get along with the Swedes?
We
Not
get
you.
along, and that's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's about
It's
it.
probably a
I
lot
love
like,
that.
when you call someone Australian, British, or vice versa. It's like,
Right, or if you said, "How you doing over there, Scott? You're Coloradian or whatever."
I'd
or
say,
even saying like, congratulations, when do you do? See, that's the...
that's worse, yeah. Because if you said I lived in Colorado, I would go, oh no, I'm just a state over. Like it wouldn't bother me. But I know it's weird and ancient, really ancient European countries. I know it's weird. It's different.
you don't live in a north, south, east, west kind of state like I do. It's always offensive.
Yeah.
You live in North Carolina? No.
Yeah, but you still love the Panthers. You got to share those with them. It's fine.
It's true.
Yeah,
Just live with
begrudgingly.
it. Yeah. Well, don't worry. They did nothing this season worth talking about, so it's fine.
I will say this, Brian, I think you've got an excellent chance of winning this time because Scott hasn't even logged into the feud board. So
I did, but
I think
it didn't Keep me? Oh, it logged me out. Hold on. Play again. I'm in now.
There we go. All right, good.
I can't explain that. I was in the thing, and now
Can't
I
explain
wasn't
that
in
with
it.
science.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get to it. Put your hands on your buzzards and give me your best answer to this. We asked 453 tadpoolers to give their best response. If you could only have one superpower, what would it be? Brian.
The power of flight.
Flight. Show me flight.
Oh.
Number 2 answer on the board.
You
One
bunch
answer
of
will beat
pervs.
that.
I know you didn't say the other thing. You bunch of pervs.
I'm going to say
Scott,
invisible. Invisible.
Invisibility. All right. Show me invisibility.
Ah.
No, fewer
yes.
pervs. Fewer pervs said
Oh.
invisibility, which means, Brian, you get Jan, and
Jan.
you get control of the board.
Scott's so disappointed.
This could
Jan,
swing
you
back
still
to me.
with me? What do you
I
think
am
about?
always with you, Brian.
Oh.
Excellent.
Never
Very
lose.
good. I would never mistake where you're from. Hey, what's that superpower you got over there? What are you going for?
Regeneration.
Regeneration. I like
Ooh.
that one. Yes, I
Okay.
would like to some Wolverine action, right?
Sure,
Yes.
sure. Yeah, and by the way, if you ever you're not sure what the power is called, just pick a hero and say the hero. I want
Oh.
powers like that hero.
Okay.
Except for like Superman, who has all the powers. Yeah, can't do that
Oh,
one.
True.
All right, show me regeneration or healing.
good
Yeah,
points.
a lot of
Good
people.
points.
Number 6 answer on the board. A lot of people said healing, either myself or others. The ability to heal others.
Some people are healers. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Do you have another one, or do you want me to take a stab?
Telepathy. Maybe.
Oh, telepathy.
Oh, telepathy.
Telepathy is one of my favorites. Professor. No, I always get these confused.
Yeah, right.
So,
Professor X is telepathy. The other
Yes.
one is telekinesis.
Jean
Where he
Grey,
can
Sci-
do stuff.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. But yeah, telepathy
Being
is a
able
great one.
to do mind stuff, controlling people or hearing their thoughts, that
Mind-
sort of thing is
Mind
telepathy.
stuff.
Mind stuff. Yes. we didn't do much. We just did a little bit of mind stuff back in
Mind stuff.
college.
Yeah.
All right, show me telepathy or mind control. Yeah, number 7.
More good points. Look at you.
Number 7.
Not bad.
All right. Now, personally, my favorite is bamfing. I would love to bamf.
Bamf through
Nightcrawler
walls.
bamping, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Bamfing is
Um,
always good.
Sure.
Yeah, what do you think? What you got? You've been
That's
doing good
right.
so far. I don't want to mess it up.
Yeah, I bamf all the time.
Yeah.
That's how they get around in Finland.
That's
Is
right.
bamfing. Yeah, it's always a questionable, like, do I need to know what the place looks like that I'm bamfing into? I mean, that was the whole thing with
Right.
Nightcrawler. He couldn't, it was always
Line of
like a
sight.
stressful thing. Like, I
Right.
don't know if I can see what is in there, so I don't know if I can bamf in there without bamfing into a dresser or a side
I
table.
love it. I love that we make him say bamf like 100 times.
Yeah,
It's-
exactly. All right, show me teleportation. Number
Look at
1
that.
answer on the board. People want to just be able to get where they're going instantly
Yes.
and not have to wait.
I'm surprised that's
who
number
wouldn't?
one. Yeah, a little
I am
shocked by
too.
that.
I am shocked. I was worried it wouldn't even be up there.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else we got? What other kind of powers do we have?
Did you
Are we going to
do-
go with super strength, or is that too lame? Nobody wants super strength.
Of course they do. I would.
Either that or super speed.
Oh,
both.
I think with the teleportation, maybe speed is kind of closer to it. What do you think? I'll let you decide, unless you want me to decide.
Let's go with super strength.
Super strength.
Super strength.
What
All
what
right.
but what kind? You want controlled Superman strength, or you want Hulk madness strength?
Who is asking to be an out of control rage monster?
Me.
Okay, all right. My
Me.
superpower is to basically black out and destroy things.
It's because it can just keep increasing. That's always the argument. It's like, oh, Hulk can keep increasing power. The more angry he
Okay,
gets, you
all
can't
right.
destroy him. Oh, sorry.
All right, super strength is what you're going with?
Yes.
Okay, show me super strength. Yeah, number 10.
Nice.
Big points for that one. Big points for that one.
Can I even compete with
does
this?
it 9 plus 17, 26. You can still make it.
No,
If you,
boy.
Basically, you'd have to run the board, and that means that
He'd have
Jan
to
wins
X.
either way. So
Either
Jan
way,
has won.
excellent.
Jan has won.
Excellent. In that
Hobbs
case,
Dog asks, wasn't Nightcrawler Austrian? I'm pretty sure he was German. Was he Austrian? I thought he was.
No idea.
do you really want to try to guess that? Let's got guess.
Stay up. Yeah, let's stay up in the Scandinavian countries where none of us are sure. He's Finnish, you guys. He's Finnish.
Exactly.
All right.
He's
That's
Finnish,
all we know
yes.
for sure. Or I'm sorry, Swedish.
4 answers left on the board. What have you guys got?
I've always been a big fan of elemental controls like fire or ice. Love Iceman, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
What do you think?
Well, go for one of those then.
One of those? All right.
Fire,
Fire.
ice.
Sure.
Lightning.
Not like a pyro, what do you call pyromancy kind of thing.
Does it need to be
Oh,
specific
I don't like
that?
how
or-
he's backtracking on that one. That makes me feel nervous.
Well, let me ask you this, Dunaway or Brian Ibbett. Can they say if they said elemental, is it enough?
I would. Sure. Yeah. Let him say elemental.
Okay.
Oh no, that means it's none of them are up there. Oh my god.
I mean, at this point, there's no reason for me to not be helpful when you've already won, basically.
Right. Then we're gonna go with the element. We said fire, right? Is it we said fire? I think that's what we said. Or elemental. Just pick. Just so to show us the strike. Just get on with it.
Sure. Yeah, okay. All right. Here you go. Oh, elemental. Show me elemental.
I'm a little surprised by that. I thought that'd be in there.
Yeah, I am too. Nobody was that. Nobody
you
went
got-
that direction, which is kind of surprising. We'll talk about it once we get all the answers out.
So
there,
we
but,
didn't include storm or none of that kind of
I
stuff.
mean,
Those are my favorite ones.
pyrokinesis was on the board. We're not on the board. Pyrokinesis was one person said pyrokinesis. So
Okay. I'm gonna go with. This is probably wrong.
oh, Shoujo was the one who said pyrokinesis. Nice.
Let's go with
Shoujo's a fire starter.
time.
Fire starter.
Let's go time travel. Like
Ah,
Doctor
sure.
Strange or
Oh,
somebody can
that's
manipulate
good.
time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a tenet. Yeah, that's good.
Show me time travel. Yeah, a lot
Yeah,
of people
there you
said time manipulation, like being able to stop time or being able to time travel. And I figure it's really kind of one and the same, right? Stopping time and doing a bunch of stuff is kind of like time travel because to everyone else, you've gone into the past and done a bunch of stuff while they just did their thing, while they just stood there for a second.
All right, let's do super rich.
I was thinking of Richie Rich yesterday. for some
Super
odd
wealth.
reason.
Yeah,
super money, vigilante by night, Batman style.
sure.
Hero.
Batman, Tony Stark, kind of
Yeah.
super wealth. Okay.
Show us being wealthy.
Exactly. Super wealth.
Poop.
We joke, but that was, let's see. Where was it? I know. Oh, there we go. Billionaire, super billionaire. One person said that.
Yeah. I just don't know
Would
how
anybody-
else do you classify people like Tony Stark and Bruce Wayne? I don't even know what
Bruce
they would
Wayne,
say.
yeah, it's true. Yep.
Or even
Would any-
yeah. Go ahead.
Would they? This is kind of adjacent, but I was thinking about this yesterday. Could we have a new Richie Rich?
No.
Is that even possible in
No.
our day and time? Is
No.
that like a pure 80s kind of?
No, it's not even
earlier
an
days?
80s thing.
He'd be a crypto bro with his buddy the Ghost and his girlfriend the Witch. Oh, it'd be awesome.
It's not
Yeah.
even to me. It's not even an '80s thing. It's just an old.
Well, it's not, but he did well during the 80s.
yeah. Well, there
because
was a
he
movie.
came back.
There was a movie.
But that was the whole thing. Like every joke
No,
had to
the
center
cartoon.
around that he just had money, and that just
Yeah,
isn't that. It wasn't that super funny then.
Yeah.
It would be super funny now.
Yeah, I think Richie Rich might be done. I think we may never go back to it.
Was that Macaulay Culkin? Was there was a movie, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
him.
Rich Rich movie, and it was Culkin.
Mm-hmm. It was
Yeah,
Culkin
okay.
doing his thing.
Yep.
Did I dream that?
No.
Because I certainly
No,
didn't see it.
That happened.
Yeah, it was a movie and it was not good.
Let's put that on the film sack list.
Mm-hmm. I'd watch
But he had a cartoon run during the 80s as well. Anyway,
Yeah.
I think we should go back to super speed. We never did say that, did we?
No, you didn't.
That was a great recommendation. I think it's still up there. I think speed
Okay.
is up there.
All right.
Taking the super
Flash.
speed.
Quicksilver, Flash, all those. Yeah, okay. Show me super speed. Number 9.
That's pretty
Now,
good.
Definitely locked out. Oh yeah, there he is right there. All right.
Look at him all rich with his RR, his backwards R, and then his
Yeah.
frontwards R. Yeah. Richie Rich, baby. Yeah, that was at the height of his thing, right? This is like after Home Alone, right before things started to peter out for him, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right.
Before he had to do the good son and show us his dark side. The good son? No, what was that? What was
Yeah.
the
The good son.
good
Was
son?
it the good
Okay.
son?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was him and Lucas Haas? No?
I don't
Who was
remember.
who's the other kid?
I don't
He was
remember
just
this at all.
basically he was
In my
basically
head
a
is his little
murderous
brother. but
murderous
it's
Eddie
not.
Haskell or something.
Oh, here it
Yes.
is. No, it was Elijah Wood was the
Elijah
good brother.
Wood, that's
Wood.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Was let's see.
That's great.
Yeah, psychological thriller. And also I think after this would have been the girl one.
Oh yeah, My Girl.
My Girl.
Yeah.
I like that movie a
Right.
lot. My Girl.
Because you like it because of Dan Aykroyd.
Oh, every time. Every time they hired him to do something un-Aykroyd like, I love that
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
All
By
right.
the way, I'm really proud of being able to mush Zoe Saldana Aykroyd together into a.
Good job.
I guess that's a Natalie Portmanteau right there is what that is because I use celebrities, so
Nice.
it's a Natalie Portmanteau.
Well done. All right, you
We
guys
got 2 answers left on the board. Get them. Let's get them.
bring him home.
Get him. Let's go get him. Let's go get him. We got magnet controlism. What do you think? No one's looking for that. No one's going, I want to be a giant magnet. Nobody's saying that.
Maybe precognition.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, can
Precognition's not
can
bad.
predict things, see the future.
Precog,
Yeah.
like Destiny
I
and
see it
Spider
on the board.
Sense.
Yeah.
Spidey sense. That's a good
Sure.
one.
Okay.
You can
I mean, it's
shoot stuff
basically a
out your
form of
butt.
precog.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not. No, not SCENTS, Brian, but SENSE. That's spider odors. All right, you guys are saying precog.
Precog.
All right, show me precog.
Oh. Well, Tom Cruise will have to go down to the pool and figure it out himself then, I guess. Let's see. What have we not done? This is hard now. Let's go with, web slinger.
Web slinger's a good one.
Yeah,
Being able to shoot.
Spidey sense. Maybe it's a broader category of animal-based things. I don't know, but I would say Spider-Man-ish zone there, whatever that is.
Okay, all right. It's one superpower, so like the agility or the shoot. I guess the ability to make web shooters because you certainly don't have spider webs shooting out of your wrists.
Yeah,
If,
that's
like-
a good point. I mean, I just
It's like, go ahead.
We could go. What are you gonna say? Say it.
Oh, I was going to say this. This reminds me every time I go to get something at the Chinese places in the mall. I always go, I just want 2 meats. You can't get 2 meats. I just want 2 meats. It's
Right.
not possible.
Can I get the sweet and sour chicken and the moose shoe pork? No,
No.
no.
Yeah, this is hard because all the popular. I'm thinking maybe X-Men.
It's
Maybe
funny because you guys have said one of these and never actually went with it.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
we did. Shit.
Yeah.
Rogue is a very unique power sucker. I like those.
Right.
Yeah.
The ability to steal other people's powers. But if you're the only person in the world with superpowers, that kind of becomes pretty useless.
Oh.
You know what?
Right.
Let's go. You know what's popular right now, MCU wise, is people in disguise. So I'm gonna say.
There you go.
What do you call that though?
Shapeshifters.
Shapeshifters. Yeah, let's do
Shapeshifting.
shapeshifter. A person who
Sure.
can be whatever they want to be. Yeah.
Show me shapeshifting.
Boo.
I like that one a lot, and it was number 11. It just barely missed the top 10. But I mean, if you do shapeshifting, you can flip into a bat,
Yeah.
and then then you've got the power of flight.
That's right.
Form of
shapeshift
a
into
bucket of water.
Yeah.
A gnat, and then you practically got invisibility and flight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Why couldn't
just
I?
said a
Why
good
couldn't I?
one.
Why couldn't I shapeshift into an invisible person? Can I do that? That seems
I
cheating.
don't know.
That's already on there.
No, that's not.
No, I mean it's a question.
I don't mean in the game. I mean like if I have shapeshifting ability and I can shift into anybody else Why couldn't I shift into somebody else's? I guess powers maybe.
It would have to be somebody else that has invisibility.
Yeah.
But then you could, yeah.
All right.
Why not?
I'm in. Let's do it.
Yeah.
That's my hot new plan in life, is to become that.
God talked so long, I forgot what I was going to say. Shit. That's his real superpower.
I didn't talk very long. It's like 40 seconds.
Just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm picking.
It wasn't long at all.
You can't have two meats.
Yeah.
I don't know what you think. What you got over there? There was one I was thinking of. Shrinking or growing.
Oh, sure, yeah.
What do you think about those?
Mm-hmm.
Thinking Ants Man, the Ants Man.
The Ants Man.
I've been thinking of the love sausage from The Boys. So it's
Okay.
about the same theme.
Yeah, yeah.
You've been thinking about it.
Thinking about it for a minute. Mhm, that's a good idea. I think any size control, maybe that's we should just go
Sure,
with that.
there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Show me size control. That is the third strike. Scott, you've got one last chance to get some more points up on the board. 2 answers left.
All right. Let's. It's funny because you said we've said one that we just haven't said it again.
Yeah.
Can you say me who said it? Who was it?
Yeah, you said it actually. Well, you both said it. You clarified something with regard to it.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Shit. Clarified something. Okay, I still don't know. I guess we never did say. Yeah, we never did telekinesis, the moving of objects, right? Hold on. Telepathy you did, mind control, but we
I
didn't
don't think
do.
we did, no.
Yeah, all right. So I want to take a couch and throw it off the side of a building. So telekinesis.
Sure.
Yeah.
Show me telekinesis.
Oh, yeah.
Good job.
Look
yeah,
at that.
yeah. The
Look at
clarifying
that.
the Professor X versus the Jean Grey is what that was. Yes.
All right. That's good. So one last one. Let's see if I can just get some redemption here and still have a winner.
One last answer. Number 8 answer on the board.
Stretchy, like Mr. Fantastic, stretchy plastic man.
Okay,
yeah. All right.
Let's do that.
So not Havoc.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Show me super stretchy ability.
Boom!
No, that's all right. Somebody said that one, I think.
Mr. Plastic. Who's your
Plastic
favorite?
Man?
Yeah, Plastic Man.
No, that's an
Who's your
easy
favorite?
answer. Plastic Man is stupid and dumb, and Mr.
Yeah,
Fantastic
Mr.
is awesome.
Fantastic is the better answer, and because he was also super smart, so he kind of did have two powers right there.
What about super smart? I'm a brainiac. That's more of a
I thought
villain
you guys
power.
said that, didn't you? Did you not
did
say
we?
super intelligence? I guess you didn't, because I would have told you that was number 13 in the list. Let's talk about what's missing here on the board. Clear this one right here. This would be like your Luke Cage, invulnerability, invincibility. So
yeah. I
That's
kind
a
of lump
tough
that
one.
in with strength for some reason in my head. It's like
yeah,
Superman
it
stuff.
kind of is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, doesn't mean you can lift stuff, but if people can't shoot a bullet through you, then you're.
Yeah, it's basically Bruce Willis in Unbreakable versus Glass, his nemesis. That's kind of the idea there, right?
No, because he's super strong, Scott. Don't you remember the weightlifting thing?
You can't kill him either, though. That's the whole idea.
Right, but
Yeah,
that's
but
the thing.
that's
You can have somebody who's invincible but not strong. They could be weak but invincible.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
he's kind of a mix. He's strong, but he's
we're-
not that strong. He's more like. In fact, the whole movie is literally called Unbreakable. Like that's the
We
name.
are careening
of the
into
film.
comic book guy really fast.
Yeah, we are.
Yes.
We definitely are.
Let's talk about some of the ones you didn't get. Shape-shiftingness, I said number 11. Immortality was number 12. I'm glad that one didn't make the top 10 because I question it. Super intelligence, number 13. X-ray vision, but only through clothes. Hubba hubba ooga ooga. Somebody actually put that as their answer, so I decided to keep it. Photographic memory, so like your Taskmaster, your ability to imitate actions you've seen. Echo, I think, is that as well. Animal communication. There's your Aquaman kind of thing. Weather control, your Storm, your luck manipulation, your long shot, your Domino. Matter manipulation, so like Molecule Man or Loki can kind of do this, where he can kind of turn one thing into another. The power of persuasion, sure. A lot of people actually do have that. Speed reading, super metabolism, your matter eater lad, transmutation, which is kind of like matter manipulation, really. Somebody said the ability to refill anything. So, your you don't like somebody, you make them fill their bladder. But if you like someone, you can refill their bank account.
Oh,
Like that.
all right. Phil, what would we call that guy? Phil, during the day, he's Phil, but at night,
He's
filler.
The ability to understand true intent, being in two places at once, communicate
cloning,
with anyone in
yeah.
any language, conjuration, controlling light like Ms. Marvel. Let's see, plants. So we want somebody who likes poison ivy. Actually, somebody did say the everyman power from Simpsons absorbs superhero powers from comic books. So
Right.
kind of roguelike.
Sure.
Yeah.
A different roguelike, comic book roguelike. Let's see, intangibility, so smoke kind of thing, or phasing like Kitty Pryde.
Kitty Pryde.
Omnipotence. Okay. He's playing impotence.
Yeah.
Not so popular.
Omnipotence. That's the Mr. Manhattan, right? Is he
Yeah,
that
Dr.
or is
Manhattan
he
is Dr. Manhattan's a great. That's a great.
I took his
example.
doctor off.
Yeah,
Made him
Mr.
Manhattan.
Mr.
He
Manhattan.
didn't go to 4 years of school to be called Mr. Manhattan.
Yeah, Mr. Manhattan's his father's name. Get it right. Okay.
Let's see. The ability to make whatever food I wanted to appear in front of me and have no health repercussions from eating anything I wanted. So there's your metabolism. And my favorite, the ability to be telepathetic. I think they meant telepathic, but we're going to go with telepathetic.
Telepathetic
I am
sounds.
telepathetic.
That is some mystery men style business there.
Right.
I'm
Oh, you're
telepathetic.
telepath? Well, I'm telepathetic.
I'm really lame over the phone. You wouldn't believe
I
that.
can't even understand what you're saying if you speak it, let alone if you think it.
Well, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
so no flatulence like in Mystery Men. I got you.
Yeah. No farters.
Yeah.
Well
farters.
done. That's awesome. And you know what that means? It means this right here. Whoops.
Congratulations. You're a winner.
Brian, you guys won. I lost. Which is a real bummer, but that's okay because these games are going straight to Jan, and he deserves
Jan.
it. He deserves it. He's a cool Finnish guy. He's translucent to the point you can see his heartbeat through his body like a baby fish. That's what the Finnish are like. They hover above
And he
the
also
ground.
hovers over the ground. There's his superpower. He
Yeah.
hovers over the ground.
Couple inches is all, just a couple inches. How do you feel about your big win there, dude?
Oh, I'm really happy. It's great to be telepathetic.
That's right.
You're an excellent telepathetic here, and
Yes.
we've enjoyed having you on. Your stuff is on its way via Discord. Thank you for playing. Hey, Dunaway.
Awesome.
Let's not forget that this weekend, Prince of Persia is getting our deep, thoughtful look.
Yeah, so
nice.
1 and 2, only the 2D ones, like the 1 and 2. We're not getting into we're going to get a little bit into the late 90s 3D one, but that's as far as we're going. Then we're pumping the brakes.
The fun
Yeah.
side-scrolly version. I love that. I love that.
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
Yeah, the
Fun. I've never heard Prince of Persia described as fun, but yes, I do like that
I think
idea.
it's
very
fun
challenging.
once you like figure out, that thing is just gonna break away the second I stand on it, and that one I have to put something on that thing to keep that door open over there. And, Yeah,
Yeah, it's brutally punishing sometimes, but a very rewarding game even today.
Yeah, and if you liked Karateka, I think that's how you say it. I always called it Karateka, but Karateka, if you like that.
It's
mood
karateka.
and-
It's not karateka, is it?
That is how I've
Karateka
watched
is
some-
my Daniel San fanfic.
How to
I've
pronounce.
watched some interviews with them, with the developer, and that's how he says it.
He says karateka?
He's wrong.
Okay.
Karateka?
Here, I'm going to find it because it's going to bug me now. My whole life, my understanding was karateka.
That's how I say it.
I think
Karateka.
that sounds worse. Karateka.
Karateka? That's what
sounds
we always
worse.
said.
I'm having
It
a
sounds like-
karateka.
It
I'm having a
sounds
karateka.
like porn with a carotid artery. It's like karateka.
Okay, is this it? Howtopronounce.com.
Porn with a carrot.
Let's hear what they say here. We got audio.
Karateka.
Well, it's not like.
that didn't help at all. Every
No, it's right in
every
the middle.
syllable had the same
It's
emphasis.
right in the middle.
All right, how about this one?
Karateka.
Okay, how about this one?
Karateka.
Karate.
Karate. I like it. It says karate.
Karate.
Now I don't know who to believe. That's
Yeah, so
up.
tune in Friday for us to talk all about how to pronounce that.
Yeah.
Hey, I
I'm
heard
sure
y'all
you could
talking
find
about.
an interview with the guy.
Yeah.
That's where I heard it at.
That's where you heard it. Okay. Yeah.
So, by the way, I heard you guys talking earlier about Kick and talking about the gambling and that kind of stuff. So, if you go to Kick and you go to your profile, you can turn off very quickly. You can turn off all the gambling crap, and you can turn off the hot tub streams. And additionally,
Why
the one
on earth
that
would I want to do that?
well, It's so much easier to do that on Kick versus the things you have to ignore on Twitch.
Sure,
but the big thing that I did not check on at first is I was like, oh, what's wrong with that? I did not check off VR chat. I was like, oh, VR chat, that's cool. People talking in VR, that's fine. I checked that box after I saw what VR chat was.
Oh, have you
about.
never seen? Have you never
what
seen
is it?
VR chat before? Because it is something in there. I've been in VR
I've never
chat.
seen VR chat. What is VR chat?
I've been inside of it. So since you have a headset, or no, which headset do you have, Brian? Do you have the two?
No, I have. Yeah, the Quest.
Right.
Yeah.
I have Quest 1.
You have the Quest 1. Okay. I think you still use it. But anyway, there's also a 2D version of it. But VR chat is a social VR space where people go in and they rip off all kinds of stuff. Like you'll see Optimus Prime talking to a Pokemon. It's really dirty.
Fine.
People are really weird in there. There's some weird shit in VR chat.
Because there's a lot of cosplay, role playing kind of stuff, and it's almost all of that. All the ones that I saw streaming it. So people who are just hanging out in VR chat, no, they don't stream.
Mm-hmm.
No,
People
the ones that
get
aren't,
weird.
you find them in the corner and they're like humping back there doing virtual hoo-ha.
Yeah, they're streaming that crap.
Yeah.
Say no more. All right, fair enough.
So if you're into it, go for it, is all I could say. Dunaway, well, that'd be great. I look forward to it. Kiss our butts. Bye. Oh, he said no, you first. Gosh dang it.
Beat you to it.
He did beat me to it, the bastard. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Tom Merritt, we're going to talk some tech, see what's going on in the tech world this week. And all that stuff will be coming right up after this song Brian brought.
Yeah, let's go to Montreal for this one. Back to some rock and roll, little bit punk influenced rock and roll. Listen, if you like bands like NoFX, Lagwagon, and Sum 41, I think you're gonna like a band called The Speakeasy. This is their debut self-titled album, which means it's called The Speakeasy. Get that? This is courtesy of Thousand Island Records, which we know is just a combination, the merging of Ketchup Records and Mayonnaise Records. But here is their first song from the album. It's called Gunpoint. Here are The Speakeasy.
Rock and roll music, Dungeons and Dragons, marijuana, and even the New Age movement. And now we feel there's another attack upon our society.
He-Man and the Masters of the Universe really broke the ground on this cartoon occultism.
I don't give a shit.
And we've returned. Tell me more about that band song thing.
Sure. That is the band Karateka. No, that is the band Speakeasy from their self-titled debut album, which is coming out soon. That is a song called Gunpoint.
Karateka. I can't deal with this revelation.
There's somebody linked audio in the chat. YouTube.
Here it
Captain
is.
Kipper.
Yeah, let me play it real quick, see what we get. Oh, it's turned down.
Karateka.
Wait, let's go back.
To get a high score.
Say Karateka again. Okay, here we go.
So my first games were copies of existing arcade games, and you always had 3 lives, and the goal was to get a high score. By now I was a freshman in college, and I wanted to do a game that would tell a story. So that's when I started programming the game that would become Karateka.
It is Karateka!
There it is, Karateka. Carrot Tapa.
I don't even know. That's... I'm telling you, I called it that for so long that this feels so wrong to me. But he's the creator. He knows.
Yeah, he's basically the person who does get to tell you. Listen, Bruce Willis doesn't get to tell you whether or not Die Hard's a Christmas movie. And he's wrong because he tells you it's not. But the creator of Karateka can definitely tell you how to pronounce Karateka.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Does he say? I can't remember that. Is that a thing?
Bruce Willis said during one of his roasts that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie, but he doesn't get to decide that.
No, it's not his call.
Yeah,
has
exactly.
he even watched Die Hard? I'll bet he hasn't even watched.
Probably
his own
hasn't.
movie.
Come over to the house. We'll have a few laughs. We'll watch my first movie during moonlighting. Wasn't his first, but first movie.
It was one of the best of his first movie. Well, it's the one that really pulled him out and made him something.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, was that actually? Now that I say that, was Blind Date before?
That's a good question. When does Blind Date
Wow,
land?
his first name is really Walter. I didn't know that. Walter Bruce Willis.
Walter Willis.
Walter Willis.
Well, we can't always choose our first names, but we can choose who comes on the show and talks about technology. So let's do that now.
We want Tom.
We do want Tom. Tom Merritt, everybody. You know him, you love him, and he's back. It's a Wednesday, and we're going to talk about tech. Tom, what's going on?
I'm just curious. Why do you respect his pronunciation of the game when you don't respect the creator of the GIFs pronunciation of
because
Wait, we do, don't we? Or does he say it's Jeff,
He
the
says
creator of Jeff?
GIF. And everyone says, no, we don't care. You're wrong.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
I think that one is that one has
because it's more convenient to do things the way we want.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's probably the answer. But also, his problem is there's too many examples of that G being wrong in other contexts. And so, karateka, giraffe.
Right.
No one says giraffe, right?
GIF is short for graphic interchange format, and you don't say it's giraffic interchange format. You say it's graphic.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. GIF. See, that guy's just wrong about his creation.
That's why we say E3 instead of E3.
because it's the electronic. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. That's why they went
electronic entertainment expo.
That's
I think
right. That's why they closed finally. They were out. They said we've done. We can't do this anymore. Well, Tom, now that we've learned that, let's learn some more things. What's going on today? I'm sure there's something bustling or happening or going on.
Did you talk about the WWE thing with Netflix yesterday?
No, we did not.
So big deal in Netflix getting live streaming sports. That I'm writing up my Substack right now, and I'm basically saying, like, all of us are wrong. Everyone who told me Netflix was going to do things is wrong. I am also wrong, and Netflix itself has been wrong. Here's why. People were telling me, oh, Netflix cracking down on passwords. It's going to fail. It's going to drive away people. People will just cancel Netflix. Netflix's content is stale. Nobody wants Netflix anymore. Netflix just added a record 13 million subscribers in Q4.
Wow.
Yeah, they did well.
Yeah.
260.8 million worldwide. I've said Netflix won't get into live sports until later this year or early next year. And when they did, it would be something really niche like surfing or pickleball or something like that. Netflix itself said, we don't want to rent sports. We want to control it. But instead, yesterday, they announced that they have licensed pretty much all of WWE worldwide. The only exception being the parts that are on Peacock right now. So the big deal is Raw. They're going to get Tuesday Night Raw, which is on USA Network right now. Next year, that will be on Netflix everywhere in the world. And then SmackDown and a bunch of other stuff that's on Peacock will be on Netflix outside of the United States as well. And it's a licensing deal. They don't control it. They're just becoming the new home of all that stuff.
And it'll be live. That's live stuff, not
live
taped.
stream.
Okay.
Yep, absolutely.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then I assume probably archived and whatever else they're going to do with it.
You'll be able to watch it on demand and stuff, which is true now.
This just feels like such a Netflix thing to do, kind of along with what you were saying before, but they tend to dabble in a way that the others don't. The others are like, we're going straight to the MLB. We're going for the big ticket NFL. Like they feel like to do the only way they're going to compete in live sports coverage for streamers is to just go nuts. Whereas Netflix, with their gaming stuff, with some of their experimental television stuff early on, and even this, it just feels like they're like, we'll do a little something, see how it goes, and it seems to be serving them just fine.
People are making fun of me for saying Tuesday Night Raw because it's on Monday, so my apologies. I got outside.
You notice neither Brian and I corrected you because we don't know.
No,
we have no idea.
exactly.
Yeah.
Guess how much I'm going to watch twice as much WWE now that it's on Netflix as I've ever watched before. Because 2 times 0 is still 0.
Jan Alaxo said it's Tuesday in Korea.
Oh, hey, that's right. See? There's your problem.
Anyway. But yeah, WWE is perfect for Netflix because it's content, right? It's storylines, it's characters. So it fits in better than a lot of other sports would. I proposed on DTNS yesterday that possibly down the road, if all this goes well, Netflix might want to buy TKO Holdings and bring the whole thing under their control, because TKO is the parent company of WWE. So I wouldn't be shocked if that was floated during conversations for the licensing. But even if it wasn't, I think that's a possibility. Again, this might not go well, in which case they wouldn't. But this is them dabbling. It's kind of similar to Amazon taking a stake in Diamond Sports, which runs all the Bally regional sports networks. They took a minority stake and are getting a licensing deal, kind of dipping their toes there. That one's more fraught because it's a bankrupt organization versus WWE, which I think is doing well.
Yeah, they're doing all right. Does this have any timing or does the timing of this have anything to do with The Rock, aka Dwayne Johnson joining the TKO board.
I've been trying to figure that
yesterday.
out too, right? Yeah. That's the first thing that made me go, I wonder if Netflix wants to buy this down the road. Like, and is Dwayne their bridge, since he's worked with Netflix on movies and now he's joining it. I like to look at those things and go, okay, well, if Netflix wasn't involved at all, what would you think of Dwayne Johnson joining the board of TKO? And I wouldn't blink an eye at it. I'd be like, oh yeah, smart businessman. They're smart to want to have his advice. He's, came up in there. So yeah, it makes perfect sense.
He he now has full control again of the name The Rock. He couldn't use that for a while, or couldn't use it without permission.
Yeah, Alcatraz sued him. Is that what it
it was some weird thing going on where he couldn't use it freely. And now
it was like somebody else held the trademark on it from when he had used.
Yeah, TKO. Well, TKO I think owns it technically, the trademark on it. So now
maybe that's part of him getting on the board.
Yeah, there's something with that was happening. So you might see him in future movies billed once again as The Rock, but I don't know. Well, that's interesting. And of course, the tech angle of Netflix.
Also,
and what they're doing.
A lot of people have said that no one will want to pay for ads on Netflix. Netflix says ad-supported plan made up 40% of its new signups.
Jeez. 40? Holy
40%.
crap. Not 40% of all users, but new subs.
Not 40% of all users, but 40% of new signups. So when you sign up, they're going to retire the basic without ads plan. They already don't let you sign up for it new, but people in Canada and the UK who have it are going to have it taken away, and they'll have to either bump down to the cheaper with ads plan or bump up to the medium tier plan.
Interesting. Well, good for them, I guess. It just feels like
I'm sure when they do that, it will cause everyone to unsubscribe to Netflix, and they will finally.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, another online freak out that goes nowhere. That'll be fun.
Right.
Looking forward to that.
Totally gonna move to Norway.
Yeah, everyone's living in a bubble.
Watch Netflix.
So what?
Exactly.
Because it's too cold to go outside.
They Netflix and warm
Leave
is
in
what
the
they
country
do.
if they up prices again.
Yeah, they don't Netflix and chill over there. They're already chilled. Well, there you have it. More on this and other wonderful thoughts and comments happening later on the Daily Tech News Show. I'll be on there today. Your kind of usual Wednesday. I'm bringing a little information about what's going on with this Pal World thing.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait for you to tell me about that.
Yeah, it's going to be a trip, because that whole thing, the whole discussion around it has gone from a little weird to one of the craziest subjects in gaming right now. So we'll talk about that and so much more. 2 p.m. Mountain Time today. I still do that now and again. Tom Merritt, anything else going on that we can tell people about in the meantime?
Indeed. So I mentioned I was writing this up for my Substack. I've got a few more thoughts on this Netflix thing that I'll throw in there. Yesterday I talked about the WWE, and I've got a thing about Apple's AI strategy. Financial Times had an interesting article about that today. So if you don't want to have to page through everything and read it, there are three great things you can do. You can get Daily Tech headlines, and in 5 minutes you get the most important stuff from Rob and Sarah. You can get DTNS in 30 minutes. You get an understanding of what all that stuff means. And if you just want my take on it, or if you want to complete the trifecta, go to freetechnewsletter.com. Once a week, I send out a free version, and if you want to pay a little, you get it every day. That's freetechnewsletter.com.
Very nice. Tom Merritt, everybody. We will see you a little bit later today. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye now. Very good.
Get that weird hiss for a couple of weeks. I got to figure out what that is.
I think it sounded like he was recording from somewhere else, because we also didn't get video, which we usually do.
Oh, that's true. I didn't say anything, but I assume it's the same weird problem we were having last week.
He's an unknown, undisclosed location in a bunker, the tech bunker.
Yeah, although it didn't last week. It was giving us some weird echo from us, but it didn't do it this time.
Oh, right, that was a different thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So who knows? I don't know. All right, we're gonna get Nicole
a burner phone or something with us or something.
Yeah. This is TMS phone.
Burner microphone.
Yeah, I like that idea. Nicole's going to join us. We're going to do a little bit of recommendals. Cool. It's one of our favorite things to do every week, because it turns out we're media consumers, and we like to we like to suck in some content and talk about it.
Boy, are we?
Yeah. And there's a lot. Turns out, even in these post. What do you call it? What do they do? Strike time. In these post-strike times, there's still tons.
Yeah.
Still tons.
Yeah.
We're never going to run out.
No.
But we may not get Nicole to answer her phone. Let's try that again.
Oh, no.
Ring, ring.
No.
Oh, no, Nicole, you pick up phone.
Pick up phone, Nicole.
You no pick up phone, Nicole. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, she no pick up. I was watching Jeopardy, and the guy missed a Bible question because he did not know what Deuteronomy was.
Oh, I figured we'd get there.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
All right, here's
Dobby,
one.
the answer is
Whoops.
Well, what do you recommend? Well, what do you recommend?
What did I just walk in?
Brian's in full. He is in full 80s movie mode. There's just no stopping it now.
That's awesome.
Hey, it's
Good.
Nicole, and it's time for recommendals. Hi, Nicole. How are you?
I am great. I'm actually doing really good. It's very foggy here. As I was driving into work, I'm like, I feel like I'm in a Silent Hill movie.
Do you have a little
It's that
radio?
kind of-
Do you have a little radio that only hisses at you when you're near something scary, or what's the deal there? Because that's what that
Yeah.
game was. I hated that game. Oh my god.
Silent Hill. Haven't thought about that in a while.
There's a new one coming, so get ready. Well, it's a remake. It's a two.
Not the movie.
It's a
The game?
Yeah, it's a complete remake of 2. I think they're going to release it in 2 parts, but basically it's a big time remake in the style of like Resident Evil and the way they remake their remakes. Like 4 was a complete overhaul. It's like that. So I don't
Pyramid
think I'll.
Head. Woo.
Oh, I don't know if I can do it. Or those nurses. Good Lord.
The nurses.
We're
The
screwed.
nurses.
Well, anyway, it's good to have you here. We're going to dive right in. No Randy this week. He is busy at this film premiere thing, so we are going to go along without him. Brian, you brought 2 clips today.
I did. Good morning stream. How you guys doing? I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I've got a couple of movies here. I'm gonna do.
Wonderful.
All right. Actually, neither of them are movies. They're both series. So there you go.
Okay.
Let's start with this one. Let's start with a little comedy. I had no idea about this thing, and I'm so glad. I can't remember if somebody in the Tadpool recommended it to me or how I found out about this, but I'm so glad I did. A little setup just to make this a little bit funnier. This is a person who works in heaven, performing miracles, talking to God. Okay, there we go.
Wow. All right.
That's
a
your
lot to
setup.
chew on. Here's your clip.
Yes.
You want to make a bet?
Bet. You hear that, Sanjay? A bet. Uh-huh. Interesting. You thinking a hundo?
I was thinking something a little higher stakes.
Ooh, 1,000?
Bigger. If I answer one of these impossible prayers, you spare Earth.
Yeah, that's 100% Buscemi, right?
It's 100% Steve Buscemi. That is a show called Miracle Workers, and
Is this Daniel Radcliffe is in this?
that's exactly what this is. Yeah, I didn't have
I
any.
started to watch this. Yeah.
Oh my God! It's this. You were the first person I thought of when I started watching this. I'm like, Nicole, I think would love this show. So it's a 4-season show, and I'll come back to why that's relevant. But the first season takes place in heaven with a bunch of people who work for God. God played by Steve Buscemi, who you can hear there, who ends a lot of his conversations with "I love you, I love you," which is really funny.
Wow.
And Daniel Radcliffe works in the Answering Miracles department, and he gets a new helper there, played by Geraldine Viswanthan. I don't know if she's been in anything else. Let's see. She was in Hala and Bad Education, but she is fantastic. Oh, she was also in the 2018 film Blockers, which I've never heard of. Anyway, she's Australian. She is fantastic. And so basically, she's hired on to work with Daniel Radcliffe in the Answering Prayers department, just as God, who's getting really disillusioned with how Earth is going, decides he's going to blow it up and open a restaurant. And I won't go into the details because it's really funny, his idea for a restaurant. But they basically have 2 weeks to answer what's been deemed as an impossible miracle. And if they do that, the Earth is saved. If they don't, the Earth is destroyed.
And they have to eat a worm.
And she has to eat a worm, head and butt. This is hilarious. This is it gives me a lot of The Good Place vibes, because it's a lot of that weird workplace and a thing that you wouldn't expect there to be a workplace, right? Like, there's some Superstore moments where you just see things that are going on, like the endangered animals department, and the guy's trying to decide which animal, because of budget cuts, which animals to get rid of. And it's just like these little interstitial clips. It's hilarious. Miracle Workers, it's on Hulu. Now, the reason I brought up the 4 seasons is because each season is a complete story. So
Oh.
season 1 takes place in heaven, and this whole thing. Season 2, you go back. It is the Dark Ages, so it's like your knights and wizards and things like that, and and druids and things like that. Third season is the Oregon Trail, and then fourth season is their take on some post-apocalyptic road movie with a.
I might have to start with season 4 because I can't get it. I wasn't able to get into season 1.
Oh, really?
Which is why I stopped watching it.
Yeah, that's funny. I
didn't get into
is
the good
actually
place either.
the weakest. What's that?
I had a hard time getting into the good place too. It wasn't until
really?
like I started like towards the end of the season, and then I got into it. Like the last season is when I got into the good place.
That's funny.
And then I started from the beginning and watched it through.
Yeah, give season 1 another chance. I think season 4, it's the dancing around the fact that it's based on Mad Max Fury Road, and it's like a combination of Mad Max Fury Road, Terminator, Children of Men, the Hunger Games. Like they kind of jam a bunch of different parodies all into this one thing. And I think it's got its moments, but it's not, for me, as good as the first 3 seasons. The first season in Heaven, I think, is hilarious, and give it maybe 3 episodes. Maybe give the first season a chance, because I think that might be the strongest of the seasons. But the Dark Ages and Oregon Trail are also hilarious. You get and by the way, Daniel Radcliffe, Steve Buscemi, and Geraldine Viswanathan.
Wait a minute, I just have to ask you.
Yeah.
How do you say
Steve Buscemi?
Is that really how? It's
That
not
is really-
Steve.
That is really how it's.
Buscemi.
No.
Buscemi.
You and I do the same thing. It's been wrong all these years. We never knew.
It wasn't until a couple weeks ago with us doing Desperado that we all learned a valuable lesson that day.
Yeah.
Do you know how I remember what's her face? Pugh.
Florence Pugh.
The only reason I know how to pronounce her name now is because she does a thing where she says, like Pew.
I like pew pew pew.
Please tell me how you pronounced her name before you learned that, though.
Yeah. What'd you call it? Say it again.
Did you hang up on me?
No, we're still here.
We're
Do you
here.
not hear us?
Can you hear us?
Oh, I hear you.
Okay.
How did you pronounce Florence Pugh's name before you heard her pronounce it?
I know it wasn't
Please tell me it was
Pew.
Pug. Please tell me it was Florence Pug.
Florence Pug.
No, it wasn't Pew. That's
I wanted to be Pug so bad.
Anyway, so Buscemi, Radcliffe, and Geraldine Viswanathan all play characters every season. It's kind of like American Horror Story, where they use the same collection of people but put them in different roles. John Bass, and I'm trying to remember if John Bass was in She-Hulk, Super Pumped. He was one of She-Hulk's bad dates. That's right. You'd recognize me if you see him. Karen Sony, who you've seen in all 3 Deadpool films as Dopinder, the Indian Spider-Man and Across the Spider-Verse. He's fantastic. The 4 of them, or 5 of them, all play characters throughout the season.
Interesting.
Throughout the 4 different seasons.
I didn't even heard of this until today's episode. Didn't even know it was a show.
Me neither. And it feels like this is one of those things that I'd say has mass appeal. Everybody will find something that they find hilarious in this. And I think, like you said, I think the first season, you really got to give it a chance. If the first episode didn't grab you, really give it a chance. It's on Hulu. Unfortunately, it's freebie on Hulu, which means you do get 2 commercial breaks, but they're not bad.
Freebie on Hulu. Freebie's a Amazon thing.
Freebie is usually Amazon Prime, but freebie on Hulu, for whatever reason. Oh, I'm sorry, not freebie. TBS on Hulu.
Oh, okay.
Which still gives you commercials.
Got it. Some of those networks still do that, yeah.
Yeah, which is irritating, but it's, they're quick breaks, and
right.
This show is absolutely worth checking out, especially if you like The Good Place. 30 Rock, very 30 Rock, and it is produced by Lorne Michaels, so it does have a little bit of that DNA in it.
All right. I'm super interested in this. I didn't even know it was a thing.
Please check out at least the first couple episodes, and you'll be hooked, and you'll get through them quick, because there's just 8 episodes per season, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
All right, that is my first TV show recommendal, and let's get to my second. This one is a drama, and it is somebody getting interviewed after a violent crime.
Oh, goodness. Here we go.
And you never went home?
I guess for a while I thought I was home.
Do you think Ariana's with him now?
I keep telling you, I don't know where she is.
Danny, are you really willing to take the blame for this? If Ariana doesn't show up, you're very likely to go to prison. So let me ask you again. Where's Ariana?
Like I told the police, I don't...
What happened to Yitzhak? They're not the only people close to you to disappear, are they? What happened to Adam? Danny, where did they all go?
What exactly are you accusing me of?
Intense.
Very intense. That is a show called The Crowded Room on Apple TV. This is that was Tom Holland and Amanda Seyfried that you heard there. She is an officer, an interrogator, and Tom Holland's Danny Sullivan is accused of a violent crime. This is a miniseries, 10-episode miniseries on Apple TV Plus that basically takes place through flashbacks from these interviews. So she's interviewing and he goes back and kind of you see the things that he's describing. It's funny because there's a thing that you figure out in maybe the first episode or the second episode, and you think, oh, that's what this is going to be. I figured it out. I've got it all figured out. I know the twist, blah, blah, blah. And then that twist gets revealed a lot earlier, revealed a lot earlier than you think it would be. And basically it's the movie or the show telling you, yeah, we know the twist. Wait till you see what happens afterwards, kind of thing. It's called The Crowded Room. It's based on a book, 1981 book called The Minds of Billy Milligan. And so this thing does take place in the 70s.
Oh yeah, you can.
So you have
the clothes are really dead on.
A lot of bad hair and bad makeup and bad, right, bad clothing choices, and it does feel like it's muted in parts, like colors muted. But it's Tina and I loved this. It's funny because this doesn't have terrific critical reviews. It's got better user reviews. Kind of middling, 4.8 out of 10, 34% approval score. I think it's far, far better than the reviews would have it. And that's largely in part due to Tom Holland and his ability. I want to say something without a spoiler. Basically, his ability to show some incredible range and which he does just beautifully in this thing.
Nice.
God, I don't know what else to say. Oh, it was created by Akiva Goldsman, who you know better as Star Trek kind of stuff. At least I do. I think of Akiva Goldsman for Next Gen. Let's see, was it Next Generation? No, it was. It's the newer stuff, right?
Oh,
Fringe. He did, but also I think some of the newer Star Trek stuff. People in the chat room probably will help me out. But
he wrote Batman and Robin. We won't hold that against him, though.
Yeah, we won't hold that against him.
He's the showrunner for Strange New Worlds, so there's that.
That's it. Okay, sure. Yeah. And 3 episodes of Discovery as writer and director. Picard.
Yeah, full producer of Picard, executive producer for 30 episodes of Picard. So yeah, he's pretty in the thick of it. It looks like.
Totally. And even appeared in Star Trek Into Darkness as a Starfleet admiral. Look at that.
Nice.
Anyway, this is really good, and it's, like I said, far better than the reviews would have you believe. 10 episodes, Apple TV Plus. Tom Holland and Amanda Seyfried in The Crowded Room.
Oh, he's writing the screenplay for Constantine 2. That could be cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
See,
he's
there
a
we
busy
go.
boy, this guy.
He's a busy boy. Yeah.
Awesome. I was curious about this one, have been for a while. And
psychological thriller is the best description I can.
All right.
Like the perfect genre for this thing.
Jason Isaacs is in there. I like him a lot.
Yeah, he's great, and he's great. He's again, it's like, oh my God, there's so much stuff I don't want to spoil by talking about it, but it's a very clever role for Jason Isaacs.
Ooh, and Carmen Iago, I love her in season 3 of True Detective. She was in that show we liked with Bryan Cranston, the judge thing. Was it just called The Judge? What was that called?
Yes, the one with Bryan Cranston. Your Honor was the
Your
one,
Honor. That's it.
Your
Not
Honor.
The Judge.
Yeah.
The Judge was that movie with Jay. But anyway, it was really she's awesome. Love her.
She's awesome. Sasha Lane from Loki. She was she was the main hunter for the TVA. Will Chase.
Will Chase is great, dude.
Will Chase is great. I recommend it. Ignore the reviews and watch it. It's so good. And
Okay.
God, their acting and the chemistry between Tom Holland and Amanda Seyfried, a non-romantic chemistry, is incredible. I want to see more stuff with those two.
Do you ever see Devil All the Time with him?
No,
Tom Holland. It's a Netflix joint. It is totally worth seeing. It's also got Winter Soldier in it, funny enough. But
Oh, really? Okay.
it's nothing to do with MCU, obviously. But
Right.
that is so good. Oh my gosh, it's dark, but
cool.
it's good.
Oh, yeah.
Reminds me of this, the way you're describing it.
Riley Keough is in that. So yeah, you said Sebastian Stan, Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, and a creepiest role.
Batman is in there.
He's so creepy in it. He's really good though.
Okay,
That
Devil All the Time.
that movie, I guess it's a movie, not a show.
It is a movie, yeah.
That is
2020 film.
Excellent film. Should be
Directed
watched.
by Antonio Campos.
Yes, we all know him from other things.
That's right. The other things that I really liked.
They'll sound good.
Cool.
Nicole, let's get to yours. You watched something I have a great fondness for. Do you want to set this up at all before I play a clip?
Was just looking around on Hulu and came across this old. I can't believe how old it is.
Oh God, please don't call it old.
It is old. I'm going to make you feel really old here in a second.
Yeah.
So this is the time frame. This movie came out when I was my first year in college. But this also is part of a set of movies from the early 90s to the mid 90s that I absolutely adored. It was in like my rotation. So some of the other movies, to kind of give you an idea: Singles, Reality Bites.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling very nostalgic.
Yeah.
And this
You should have recommended this on April 8th. I'm just going to say it. But,
I know.
Oops.
But I didn't have enough time.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I've looked for some of those other movies streaming. I cannot find any of them. So this is your trip down memory lane, and we'll have a discussion about the actors, because oh my gosh, they look different. A few of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, here you go. Here's your clip.
No.
Oh, it's a little quiet. Hold on. Let me turn this up. There we go. Okay. It's still quiet. Why?
Why is it so quiet?
There we go.
Big deal for that actress too, because about a month later, she filmed a movie that became very, very popular called The Craft.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely love that movie too. But she's wearing a wig through that whole movie because of Empire Records. Which
So who is
the
that?
movie
Is that
we're talking about
is that
now.
Debbie Mazur?
Yeah.
Who is that? What's the actress? No, that's not Debbie Mazur. Who
no,
is
it's the other one.
Renee Zellweger. Are you talking about Renee?
Not
Renee
Zellweger. The one that has her head shaved. I can't think of her name.
Oh, Robin. Is it Tooney? Tunny?
Yeah, Tooney.
I know her from things, right? We know her.
Yeah,
from
she's
stuff.
been in a lot. Well, she
She's been in
was the lead in The Craft, and that's like a witchcraft movie with what's the girl from Return to Oz?
Nev Campbell's in it. Faruza
Nev
Balk or
Campbell.
whatever her name is. Faruza
Balk.
Perusa, yeah.
Yeah, Christine Taylor, all those people.
Sounds like a Willy Wonka kid, doesn't she? Faruza Balk.
Kind of does. I
Well,
remember.
I always want to say like Balthazar Getty or whatever that guy's name is.
Balthazar is amazing.
It's such a weird name, and I can't never say it right.
So how's this hold up? I also loved Empire Records at the time, but I don't know.
Yeah,
You know.
I mean, it's so weird because record stores really at this level, you had Empire Records. No, this is the name of the movie.
You're thinking Tower Records, Virgin.
Yeah, Virgin Records. But you had all these like FYE or you know those types of places.
Sam Goody and
yeah.
Yeah.
And that was, I mean, another movie that has more of the indie approach, which is High Fidelity with Jack Black. So growing up during this time, the record store was the cool place to be. Yeah. And this movie kind of encapsulates teenagers at that time. And you have a lot of new actors that come together. I mean, this is really the first role that Renee Zellweger, I almost don't even recognize her in this movie, but this is also Liv Tyler's, I think, first movie. You have Ethan Embry, which if you look him up right now, he looks like a mob boss. I just want to tell you, he should be like in a mob movie the way that he looks now. I don't know. I don't remember seeing Tobey Maguire, but it says Tobey Maguire was in Empire Records.
Is he a customer maybe? He just pops in really briefly.
So just pop in.
Sounds familiar. Yeah.
He would have had, he had some other stuff going. He had that, by then that would have been, what's the black and white movie? It's Pleasantville. He was in that by then.
Oh, yeah, right.
But like, so this is, in particular, this is Liv Tyler's third film. If you don't counter,
it's her third one.
If you counter music video crap with Aerosmith, there'd been two more,
really.
but that doesn't count that. So it's third. Something called Silent Fall, something called Heavy, and then Empire Records. I don't know what those other two.
But there was one. I almost sent you the clip. It was too long though, and I didn't want to make you have to sit through that. But it's a scene between her and Renee Zellweger, who are friends, and Liv Tyler in the movie has a crush on Rex Manning, who is the kind of washed up rock singer it's Rex Manning days.
Yeah.
And so there's a whole scene, very intense scene between Renee Zellweger and Liv Tyler's character, and they both have a bit of a meltdown. But I enjoy the movie still. The character that is kind of the main catalyst for everything happening on this day is Lucas, who's played by Rory Cochrane, who you may remember from Dazed and Confused as the stoner.
Yeah. He was also in CSI Miami. He was one of the investigator guys.
Yeah. He looks so different now too. But the funny thing about Dazed and Confused, because that's another one of those movies where I was like, oh, it's 1976. Well, that movie is not even a 20-year span of difference. And the way when they came out with Dazed and Confused, it was 1990, what was it, 94?
92, I think.
92.
Yeah.
And it was taking place in 76. And I remember watching Dazed and Confused going, oh my God, that's such a long time ago.
Yeah. Seems a lot longer than it was. Rory Cochrane's great. He's like got a lot of range. People just think he's either the stoner or the CSI guy, but that guy's in tons of stuff.
He was great in Empire Records.
Yeah. He was really good.
If you haven't seen Empire Records, it's on Hulu. It's
93 for Dazed and Confused. I had the date wrong. It's 93 that came out. So a couple years before this. But yeah, he would have been, roughly same time of his life there. It's crazy.
I find it interesting to watch the younger generation consuming 80s and 90s movies and shows like Mateo and exploring things. And I love it. And then I go, oh God, I feel old.
Oh yeah. No, that stuff is swiftly becoming a long time ago.
Classic movies, exactly.
Oh God,
That's why
But
I'm glad TCM isn't doing classic movies anymore, because then it would be stuff like
Well, it's like there's a radio,
Armageddon and
there's like a radio station called KC95 that's always played classic rock, and so every once in a while I'll turn it on and it would be like
Salt and Pepper,
like Nirvana.
like stuff that was rocking when I was in high school.
Yeah,
Like,
our local
rock
classic rock channel will play like Smashing Pumpkins, and I just kind of roll my eyes. I'm like, are you kidding?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. The time has passed. It is now officially as old as the stuff I was hearing on classic rock when I was a kid. But I don't like being told. I don't like being reminded. It's not fun. But I do want to see this movie. It's been forever. I don't remember shit, so I'm gonna mark it and watch it.
I will warn you, don't watch the trailer on YouTube. It presents this movie awfully.
Oh, really?
It's bad. Like the way they did trailers in the 90s was terrible. This movie is way better than the trailer, kind of like what they did with what was the Tim Allen Star Trek one? Galaxy Quest.
Yeah.
Trailer's awful, right?
Yeah, it's not a good trailer. You're right.
Yeah.
Trailers are often awful. They sometimes they're afraid of what the movie ended up being, and they want to convince people it's something else. And I just wish they would just show us what it is. It's weird.
Well, there are a few trigger warnings in the movie. The main character that you heard in the clip, Robin Turney's character, she's going through depression. They talk about drug addiction. They talk about really serious topics for kids, teenagers, young adults during that time.
Right.
And Renee Zellweger, she uses sex, and there's a whole thing with that. And I love that the women talk to each other. There's like real conversations happening. And so, but again, it's the 90s. So
yeah. Welcome to the 90s, everyone. This guy did a lot of 90s movies. This Alan Moyle is the director. He did Pump Up the Volume. He did Empire Records.
That's a good one.
A whole bunch of stuff.
That is a good one.
People
that was
think
kind of podcasting before podcasting, right?
Right.
Or live streaming. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember thinking how cool would it be to get a radio station.
Like have your own little small radius radio station, basically.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
Well, all right then. There you go.
There
Get
you
that.
go.
Where's that streaming? Hulu, right? Hulu.
Hulu. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hulu's great for just finding shit, I find.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If I'm just looking for something, I'm not sure what mood I'm in, Hulu's kind of my place. I like it for that. All right. I'm going to play a clip here from a documentary, and it is on Netflix, and it goes like this.
Getting up early, listening to the wind just howling.
There was a specialness in the snow on the surface. Every little thing was moving, and there was a tinkle, literally a tinkle sound to the snow. The snow was alive.
I got this kind of intuition that there's something lurking here, that this is more powerful than anything we've ever experienced before. I feel like we're standing on top of a monster.
All right. Brian inspired this because you watched that
Society of the Snow. Yeah, the Andes Mountain, which you also need to watch. I know this is a documentary, and that's a recreation, a dramatization, or
well, this isn't a documentary about that. This is a totally different.
No, it's a different thing.
Yeah. But I got in the mood for let's go do some disaster porn, and so I went and I tracked this down. It's called Buried: The 1982 Alpine Meadows Avalanche, and I'd heard about this when I was a kid, very briefly. I just remember talk about it, and I remember my parents being super serious and everybody being worried about it and being on the news. I was very young, but I just have this very distinct memory of this avalanche. And I don't know that there's been one worse since then. Maybe there has, and I just, I'd have to do research to see. But this is a documentary about that incident and how it happened, when it happened, some reasons why people got trapped in there. Many people died while they were trapped in there, and then a few people miraculously survived. In particular, this lady named, if I can find her name, I can't. They're all played by themselves, so they don't have IMDb photos. I'm not sure who's who. But this lady who was very young at the time, I think she's 19 or something, 18, she worked there, and she got trapped and everyone was sure everybody was dead because most people were dead. But they got to her some 72 hours later and were able to pull her out, and she ended up surviving, and also just barely surviving. Like a couple times on the operating table, sort of in and out, and they weren't sure she was going to make it. She's doing great now, so that's good news. But it's a really harrowing, interesting look at. There's a dichotomy up in the mountains. Oftentimes, these resorts / ski lifts and these sorts of things, especially the ones that are cheaper or a little bit less highfalutin or whatever, they're often run by a bunch of kids, 16 to 20, running everything.
Action Park.
Yeah, like
all
Action
kids.
Park.
Right, yeah.
All kids.
Yeah,
Similar, yeah.
It's a little like going to a movie theater now. It's all kids, right? It's just kids running everything, and it's not that it's a bad thing necessarily, except if you've got all the wrong ingredients that make for a horrible avalanche risk, and nobody's really trained or knows quite what to do with it. This kind of explores some of that. It was 82, long time ago, so no one's got cell phones, nobody's got GPS, like none of this stuff exists. So you're having to just deal with good old-fashioned survival stuff, and I found it super interesting. It's not very long; it's an hour 30 is all. And it's not a multi-part or anything. And it's really just about the event. And it doesn't get political or get too weird about who's at fault or any of that. It's just sort of like this horrible thing happened. Here's what we remember about it happening. Here's a bunch of old news footage about it. And then now here are these people telling their stories. And I just thought it was great. I really enjoyed it.
Where is it streaming?
Netflix. I don't think it's a Netflix original. It might be, but it definitely is streaming there. And I liked it. I like ones where they just talk to people involved. Mm-hmm. They don't do a lot of dramatic bullcrap. They don't try to make you feel a certain way. You either just feel certain ways or you don't with a good documentary. And they're not afraid. I don't like documentaries that are so afraid that the subject alone isn't enough. They have to...
Right, they sensationalize it.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah,
especially with music and other things. This doesn't do that. It uses music and stuff, and there's some of it's dramatic, but it fits and it works really well. So yeah, I like it. It's a big long title. It's called Buried, and then the subtitle is the 1982 Alpine Meadows Avalanche. And it was good. I liked it. It's actually been a couple of weeks since I saw it, but I checked. It's still up on Netflix, so cool. You'll still be able to see it now. If you want to see all these things and you're like, wait, what were they all? Brian put them all up on quicktms.li, so you can do that. All right?
Can I ask you a quick question, Scott?
Go.
I'm on your Twitch channel,
Yeah.
and it has tags English and Toe Spacer's Choice. What's that?
Toe Spacer's Choice?
Yes.
Toe
T-O.
Spacers. I know what Spacer's Choice is.
Am I reading it wrong?
Spacer's
Choice?
Spacer's Choice is from Outer Worlds, the video game Outer Worlds, but I don't know why it's on there. I didn't put any tags.
Spacer's Choice.
Yeah. Spacer's Choice is a
what is that?
Well, I can tell you what it is. Spacer's Choice is an intergalactic corporation in the game Outer Worlds. It's a big RPG. So when you're in that game, you're talking to representatives of Spacer's Choice. Why it's tagged on my channel, I have zero idea. I don't know.
Why is it Toe? T-O-W?
Don't know. I don't know. I didn't put any of that in there. I have no idea. Is it T-O-W or T-O-E?
T-O-W.
Yeah, no idea.
I was worried that I was just...
Toe Cutter's Choice would be a whole different thing.
Yeah, it would be.
I was just worried. I was like, how you sometimes you get, when you have a run on multiple words, you tend to make the wrong words out of the letters. So I was thinking maybe I was doing
I don't know.
wrong.
It must be them.
I'll take a screenshot and send it to you.
Chat says it's the only video tagged with it, meaning today's live stream is tagged with it. I have no idea.
Weird.
I mean, I was playing. There's not a Spacer's Choice somehow in Sea of Thieves, because we were playing that yesterday, but that wouldn't be in there. I don't know, dude.
I did play Outer Worlds.
It's all just weather terminology for weather, like secret weather terminology. This actually tells you that it's 14 below in Kalamazoo, Michigan right now.
But do let me take this opportunity to remind people that Outer Worlds is amazing and you should play it. It's very good.
Yeah, I did play that game.
They have a sequel coming out.
Yeah. One more quick recommendal. This was originally going to be my recommendal day because I forgot that Nicole already recommended it, but Nimona on Netflix. so freaking good. It's nominated as one of the best animation.
Oh, did it get nominated?
Yeah,
Good.
it's nominated. Yeah, it's nominated against like Wish and Across the Spider-Verse and a bunch of things like that. But
Across the Spider-Verse will win.
I hope so. But this is fantastic. It's like I don't remember how you described it, but it reminds me of the animation style somewhere between the stuff that Jamie Hewlett did for the Gorillaz live action videos and Teen Titans Go.
Yeah. You know, I was going to recommend Teen Titans Go movies because we watched 2 of them on HBO. I love that animation. So fun.
Yeah, it's great.
It's really cool. But man, all the little references to in Nimona, like Pizza Rat and Careless Whisper by Wham. I mean, there's so many great moments in that thing.
It feels like Mitchell's versus the Machines. Which,
there you go.
Holy moly. We watch that all the time still.
Yeah.
I love that movie. That's
You
one
need
of
to
my
watch.
all-time
I
favorites.
think Carter, especially, if Carter hasn't seen Nimona, I
Carter,
feel
you
like
saw
for
Nimona,
whatever
right?
reason.
Did you see it? You liked it, right? Yeah, she liked it.
There you go.
Yeah.
It feels like a Carter movie for sure, but it's so good. And I don't know if I didn't even look it up to see if it's like based on a graphic novel or something like that.
It is.
It's
based on
it is. Okay.
It is. Yeah.
Such a great story though, and great.
Do you have the comic? I don't think You've read it though. I've read it. And you liked it? The comic's fantastic. Oh, she likes the comic even more than the movie. So.
Did she watch Mitchell's versus the Machines?
Oh yeah, we did that together. Mitchell
good,
versus the Machines is freaking.
Making sure, because that's like one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, that one's all-time. I love that. And that was Spider-Verse people made that, right? Some of them.
Oh really?
Or something. Yeah, I think so. I think there was some
believe
connective director tissue or something going on there. Huh? No, I know that, but they're both Sony, but I think they're actual artists or directors involved or something.
Just bring Carter into the call.
I know.
Yeah.
Give her a microphone.
Just give her a mic and let her rip over there. Well, awesome. Nicole, it's always good talking to you. I'm glad you're having a good week, and we will talk to you coming up next time. How about that? Yay. Bye now. See you later. All right. Brian, we're going to get out of here. Before we do, though. Let me pull up my thing because I got none of my stuff up. There we go. We got a theory from a listener. This is from Meg, who wrote in. This is a text, 801-471-0462. She says this. Hi, this is for TMS. Disclaimer, I have not finished the episode, so apologies if this theory was brought up, but maybe the woman at the Olive Garden with the fake baby is the older sister of someone who is attending the dance. I thought about this, but we'll get to that in a minute. Maybe she's just watching over the baby, the fake baby, while her sibling couldn't, so the sibling wouldn't fall or fail the assignment. Just an idea, although I know why they would. I don't know why they would assign the baby assignment the week of the dance. Adore the content anyway, Meg. Maybe, but it doesn't explain the other little girl.
Right, abandoning the little girl. I feel like you got the fake baby question, but then you've also got the leaving the little girl alone for 20 minutes question, or 30 minutes, or however long it was.
Yeah, that part's not clear at all, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a
and,
fair.
John's not talking.
Right.
John's not giving anything up.
No, and they were also the only other one. So one would think if this class had multiple people who had to have a backup plan for their plastic baby, I mean, maybe they left them home with their parents.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We thought of that, though, there. We were like, well, maybe this is one of those class things. And Ken's like, yeah, but why would the other kid be there? And then why would she disappear for so long?
None of the other kids have a baby. And
yeah. And the other kids that were there, the ones that were for the dance, they seem completely oblivious to any of this.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. The mystery continues. We also got a follow-up from B4 Tank Girl who says, this is a message for TMS. B4 Tank Girl here to confirm, yes, Mardi Gras is the 3 B's, booze, beads, and boobs. They added a 4th B, which is butts. Men's butts, to be precise. I didn't hear about this. Also, I saw an old woman with a baby with a baby doll in her shopping cart last week. I waited for the child to come up to her, but none did. Anywho, happy Mardi Gras. So similar deal there. I didn't hear this thing about men's butts in Mardi Gras.
I guess is that how men can get beads now? Is just turn around and moon somebody holding beads?
Yeah, I don't like that. I'm not interested in that.
You don't want to see the reverse cheeseburger in exchange for a a bunch of cheap plastic beads.
Turns out I don't. My sister Sarah, who's here or sister-in-law Sarah, who's here until tomorrow. Almost as soon as she gets back, she's in a big Mardi Gras parade.
Oh wow!
So I'm going to ask her to watch for the man butt thing.
Yeah, tell her to count the butts.
See what happens.
Yeah.
We're about to finally. Oh, but my brother-in-law Steve, who's like can build anything. I may have mentioned this, but he's going to finish our bathroom in the basement, which we've.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the arcade cabinet. The bathroom, good.
Oh,
that's probably a far better
too.
thing, actually.
Yeah, more usable, I suppose, and puts more value in the house. But anyway, we've been putting this off for 9 years or something, and he's gonna because he travels here all the time for work. So from now on, when we see him, he's just gonna run down there and do a couple of walls, put up the pipe thing, go and then leave, come back a couple of weeks later, do a little more. So we think by June or so, I got a finished bathroom for like 5% of the cost it was going to cost me. It's going to be great.
Great. God,
I can't
that's
wait.
awesome.
My first pee, I will talk about it here on the show.
How glorious it will be to have your first pee.
That's right. And when I have to go before or after a show or during a thing even, it's just right over there. Just,
yeah, that's nice.
I don't have to go upstairs anymore.
When we finished this basement, we did not do a bathroom because there wasn't blocked out down here, and we didn't want to go through the hassle of running pipes and that sort of thing. So
yeah, if you're not plumbed for it, it's expensive.
Yeah. So, I get my steps in. I go up and down the stairs when I need to pee. It's just fine.
Totally fine. Anyway, thank you both for your messages. 801-471-0462 is where to send those. If you want to find another way to contact us or just get a hold of any data regarding the show, it's all over there at frogpants.com/TMS. The only part you don't know yet is what song Brian brought to end us on today. So tell us what that is.
You never know, really. This one's going out to Barbara Bailey. Hey, Beth and Salts, I'm celebrating the 26th anniversary of my 29th birthday. Do the math.
Let's
Oh.
That's all right, go for it.
I don't know what they get. Hold on, let me get the math right. Give me the whole thing. What's
26th anniversary of my 29th birthday.
So that puts them... How do you do that? How does that math work?
Add the two numbers together.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That's all it is. So it's
That's all it is.
It's 40... What is that? What are the first two numbers? Give it to me again.
26 and 29.
Okay, so that makes you 50 something. You know what that means? You get this.
Happy birthday.
You get the old lady. Sorry. That's the rules.
Anybody else smell smoke? Anyway, happy birthday, Barbara. I'm a fan of bluegrass covers. I'm an engineer. I don't care for country or metal, and I trust the covermeister to use that information to pick the perfect song. Despite my best attempts, the show continues to amuse me. Signed, Barbara. They're coming to get you, Barbara. So bluegrass is what she wants to hear. Not country, not metal, but bluegrass. My go-to obviously is going to be the Pickin' On series. This is a great one from the 2008 The Bluegrass Tribute to Classic Rock 5. Here is Comfortably Numb.
Get more at frogpants.com.
I think we should start seeing other people.
Gosh, I don't remember what that's